Picture this: the heat of battle, chaos all around, and in the middle of it all, a sanctuary, a place where the wounded are brought, a place that's supposed to be off limits. This is the story of the Battle of Rorke's Drift, a legendary stand where a tiny force held off thousands, and at its very heart was a desperate fight to protect a makeshift hospital. It's January 22nd, 1879, in the British colony of Natal, South Africa. Just hours earlier, a massive British force was annihilated at the Battle of Isandlwana by a powerful Zulu army. Now, about 4,000 Zulu warriors, fresh from their victory, are heading for a small mission station called Rorke's Drift. Defending this station, a mere 150 British and colonial troops. Many of them aren't even frontline soldiers. They're engineers, commissariat staff, and men from the Natal native contingent. They're commanded by two junior officers, Lieutenant John Chard of the Royal Engineers and Lieutenant Gonville Bromhead. They know the Zulus are coming. The choice is stark: run and be cut down in the open, or stay and fight against impossible odds. They choose to fight. Their defensive line is hastily built from whatever they can find: heavy bags of maize, large biscuit boxes, and overturned wagons. It's a ramshackle fortress, but it's all they have. The most vulnerable point of this entire defense is the hospital. It was a single-story building, formerly a church, now housing over 30 sick and wounded soldiers unable to move or fight. Defending them are a handful of able-bodied men from the 24th Regiment of Foot. As the sun begins to set, the Zulu impis arrive. It's a terrifying sight: a vast, disciplined army, chanting war cries and beating their shields. The attack comes like a wave, crashing against the British barricades. The defenders fire volley after volley from their Martini Henry rifles, cutting down attackers, but more just keep coming, climbing over the bodies of their comrades. The Zulus quickly realize the hospital is a weak point. It's a separate building, harder to defend from the main compound. They swarm it, trying to break down the doors and get through the windows. Inside, it's absolute chaos. The handful of defenders, men like Corporal William Allen and Private Fred Hitch, are fighting for their lives and the lives of their patients. They're firing through loopholes they've knocked into the walls, trying to hold back the tide. The Zulus manage to set the thatched roof on fire. Smoke fills the rooms, choking everyone inside. It's a desperate, room-to-room fight. The defenders are forced to retreat, but they can't leave the patients. With bayonets and brute force, they start hacking holes through the interior mud brick walls, creating a path to escape. Imagine the scene in the dim, smoky light. They're dragging and carrying wounded men from one burning room to the next, while just on the other side of a flimsy wall, Zulu warriors are trying to break through. Private John Williams, another hero of the day, single-handedly holds off Zulus in one room while his comrades work frantically to evacuate the patients. It's a heroic, desperate, and brutal struggle for survival. Against all odds, they manage to get most of the patients out, pulling them through the last wall and into the relative safety of the main yard. The hospital is lost, consumed by flames, but the men inside have been saved. The fight for Rorke's Drift rages on through the night, a relentless series of attacks and counterattacks. By morning, the Zulu forces, having suffered heavy losses and exhausted from the constant fighting, finally withdraw. The defenders of Rorke's Drift had held on. The attempt to overrun the medical station had failed, not because the building was strong, but because the men inside refused to abandon their comrades. Their bravery in the face of overwhelming odds became the stuff of legend. An astonishing 11 Victoria Crosses, the highest award for gallantry, were awarded to the defenders, the most ever received for a single action. It remains a powerful testament to courage, duty, and the unbreakable will to protect the helpless, even in the darkest of hours. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as incredible as I do, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more amazing tales from history. See you next time.